Welcome to your ultimate guide for the Siege of Sulfur event coming to New World Aeternum. As you can tell on the map, soon you'll be seeing these egg icons populate throughout the map indicating where the event will actually be taking place. You'll start seeing these icons starting on February 4th, and you'll continue to see them until February 24th. So you do want to make sure you jump on during that time frame to reap some of these great rewards. Now, the video footage you're actually seeing on the screen is from last year's event, which will actually be identical to this year's event. The only primary difference is that the overall rewards are finally buffed up a bit, and we can actually get 710 gear score items. For those of you that may be new to the event, it's pretty straightforward. You can see there's a group of 3 different eggs towards the center of my screen right here, and the idea is to protect those eggs by all the mobs that are popping up. There's a total of 6 different waves of mobs that'll be popping up, and again, your goal is to protect these eggs as much as possible. The more eggs that you end up protecting by the end of all of these waves determines how large of a reward you're actually going to get. If you only manage to defend 1 egg by the end of that little event, you'll be able to receive the following rewards, which includes 1 700 gear score weapon or armor piece, some level appropriate consumables, a chance at a random piece of loot, which includes like refining resources, perk items, rare resources, or even some crafting schematics, but again, nothing too crazy, and then also a 50% chance to earn 1 obsidian gypsum, which you can get 3 times per day. If you actually end up saving 2 out of the 3 eggs, you can get 1 to 2 of the 700 gear score weapon or armor pieces, again, some consumables and some random loot, and then a increased percent chance of 80% to gain 1 obsidian gypsum, which again, you can get 3 times per day. Finally, if you manage to save all 3 eggs by the end of the event, you will definitely get 2 700 gear score procedural weapons or armor pieces, some more consumables, again, some chance at loot, and then a 100% chance of the obsidian gypsum, just making your life a little bit easier. Again, this is not a hard event to do. Just get a large group of people. Recruitment chat will definitely have people recruiting for this. Just jump in a group, do it 3 times a day, and pick up some easy rewards. So the bonus rewards section about this event is actually where all the juicy stuff is, right? So at the top, you can tell that there are some call outs for what these 700 gear score items actually will be. And it calls out that they will always roll at least epic quality, and they'll have enchanted perk when it comes to the weapons, and then the actual gear itself will have health in them. It'll also have the chitin in the gem slot, which just makes your potential worm raids down the road a lot easier as well. Also, you get 100 dark matter if you do this 3 times a day, which is great. And then this is the interesting part. There is a 30% chance for 1 of 6 pieces of 710 gear score named items you can pick up. Now, I'm going to be showcasing each of these 6 items just to kind of give you guys a closer look at what they actually are. And honestly, some of them are not too shabby. But other than that, there is also a small chance of getting the sandwurm egg of the protector, which is just a housing item, which is cool to have if you guys like decorating your houses. And then also a 2% chance of getting a nice little helmet skin. I'll showcase that in just a second as well. But what's nice is that that percentage increases over time to a maximum of 30 boxes for basically a guaranteed roll. So if you do this event 3 times a day, every day, you'll definitely get all of these rewards realistically. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the actual 710 gear score items you can pick up from this event. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the specifics. So again, 3 times per day after you complete this event, you'll get the Siege of Sulfur spoils. And here's a closer look at some of the actual rewards. So within this chest, you'll be getting your 100 dark matter 3 times per day, which is nice. A chance at this helmet here, which is just kind of like a little sandworm helmet. And then, of course, a chance of 1 out of 6 of these 710 gear score items. Here's the Oasis of Life Staff item, which honestly is not too shabby. Honestly, this is definitely worth going for if you are a somewhat new healer in the game, or you might want to just mess around with a healer build. The perks on this are not awful. Blessed, refreshing move in fortifying sacred ground. Great for AoE healing. Definitely recommend picking it up because, hey, why not just pick up a free life staff that's worth playing around with? Next up, we have the Heatstroke Blunderbuss. This one has refreshing, keenly empowered, and then leeching shrapnel blast. Not amazing in my opinion, but interesting to see refreshing on an actual weapon itself. So maybe, worth picking this up just for the illegal perk pool anyways, because you might find a fun use of this down the road. Next up, the Stalker Sand Hatchet. This item has Keen, Refreshing Torrent, and Trenchant Rend. Again, not amazing in my opinion, but hey, it's free. It's kind of a cool skin, so it's worth just doing this and picking it up. The Dune Winds Ice Gauntlet has Vicious, Keenly Jagged, and Unbroken Winds. Again, not amazing, but you might as well pick it up if you want. Again, none of these really compete against some of their artifact alternatives, but hey, maybe you can use some of these as secondary weapons or just kind of a fun build if you want to try out new things before investing heavily. Next up, there is the Sun Seal Chest, which is a light piece of chestware. It has Elemental Aversion, Refreshing, and Vigor. Honestly, not awful. Not awful in regards to some PvE related content. I don't recommend really running this that much for PvP, but honestly, even if you are a healer, I mean, it kind of stinks that it's stuck with Constitution, but the fact that Burninator is all over the place now, the reduction of burn can be helpful for some squishy healers. So maybe there is a good use of this down the road too. And then last but not least, the Bloodwalker Light Shoes. This has Invigorated, Shrinking Fortification, and Refreshing. Again, not amazing. If you just need a quick piece for some PvE stuff, worth picking it up. But yeah, that really covers it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider giving it a like and subscribe because I've got more content coming your way soon. Thanks again, and I'll catch you guys later.